Welcome back to Andersen Acres. We're out here today with Shadowax, who is currently laying down in the sun, trying not to block his sun. He does enjoy sun. And Arwen is also enjoying some time in the sun. And today I wanted to talk about how outside is best for your miniature horse. We talked in a previous video about shelter for your miniature horse and how they do need access to shelter to get out of the wind, to get out of the rain, the snow, the sun. They do need the ability to be safe inside, but it would be remiss of me to imply that you should stall your miniature horse all the time, because that's not good for him. Okay, stalling your mini is not necessarily a good idea. Now, I am going to have somebody pop into the comments or message me at this point saying, oh, well, I have a horse that has an injury and he has to be on stall rest, or I have a pregnant mare and I need to put her up at night because she could foal. Yes, I know. There are reasons you may have to stall your miniature horse. There are reasons. However, it is important to remember that miniature horses are bred to be outside. They do need access to shelter, and there are reasons your miniature horse might have to be on stall rest, such as an injury or pregnancy, especially if your mare is due to foal really soon and you don't want them foaling out in the pasture, and they do tend to foal at night. You probably want to put them up at night. Maybe you have a really high predator load and you haven't yet worked out, hi baby, but you haven't yet worked out how to keep those predators out of your horse pen at night. You may have to put your miniature horse up, especially at night. However, it's not ideal. Constant access to the outdoors allows your miniature horse to choose whether he wants to be inside or outside. And that is the ideal. It's the absolute best option. So he has constant access to shelter. Shadowax can go inside anytime he wants. He's probably outside 95% of the time. One of the only times he goes into the barn is in the winter when we have the water in the barn, because we don't want it to freeze as fast and it's a little warmer in the barn. So he'll go in there to have a drink and then he'll come right back out again. It is absolutely the best option to give him the choice. Even in winter. Okay, I hear people sometimes say, well, maybe I should stall my horse all winter. No, not your mini horse. Your standard size horse, maybe, because they're fundamentally different. I mean, look at how fuzzy this guy is. And it's middle of May now. So he's fuzzy still. He doesn't need to be stalled at night. Even in the winter, Shadowax will be out here playing in the snow. I have plenty of videos from the winter of him romping here with the dogs. He likes to play in the snow even when it is currently snowing and snow is piling up on his back. Snow piling up on his back is actually a really good thing. The snow piling up on a miniature horse's back means his body is working. His winter coat is doing what it's supposed to do and insulating him properly. Remember, miniature horses get a really thick winter coat. Even thicker than your standard size horses that are left without a blanket. He gets a thicker coat than pretty much all of those standard size horses. His coat is crazy thick, and the snow will fall on him and sit on him and not even melt. And that's also a good thing. Snow on the back of a mini horse is a good thing. It's not melting, therefore his coat is properly insulating him. Are you a tired boy? You just love the snow, the sun? I'm trying to stay out of the snow. The sun. I keep saying snow. Ugh, no, it's not snow anymore. When your mini horse does get that snow building up on the back of him, and it's obviously spring now, I can't show you that, but I will make some more videos in the winter of snow piling up on his back. But when your mini horse has snow piling on his back, don't brush it off. It's adding another insulating layer, and if you brush it off, you accidentally might make him wet. Like if you're brushing the snow off, you might push it down into his coat, and then it can melt because it's next to his skin, and then he's wet, and a wet mini horse is a cold mini horse. So if there is snow on his back, I know it's tempting to brush it off. Don't. Leave it there. Okay, their coats will do the job. They don't need to be stalled. They're fine. Unless your horse, your mini horse, has a specific reason to be stalled, just leave him. He doesn't need to be put up at night. Minis are meant to be outside. They actually thrive in the elements. He would rather lay down here in this mud pile than go lie in the nice straw that he has inside the barn. He prefers the mud pile. That's just what he likes. And it's sunny out here, and it's actually a really warm day. It's really nice. He wants to be out here in the mud, not in there in the straw. That's his choice. He can go in there and lay in the straw, but he wants to lay in the mud. And yeah, you want to lay in the mud too. Good girl, Arwen. It's important for their mental and physical health that they be outside as much as possible. So get your mini horse outside. It is so important for their health. They'll just be a better horse if they are outside in the elements. Now, yes, if it's pouring rain and your horse is not going into his shelter, maybe you might want to put him up. If it's pouring for hours on end, sure, you might want to put him up. Maybe you might want to put him up if he's injured and your vet has recommended that he be on stall rest. Yeah, maybe. You might have some specific reasons to put him up. But as much turnout as possible, depending on your farm management style, if you can even leave them out, as much turnout as possible is best for your mini horse. Okay, it absolutely is. Avoid stalling if possible, unless you have a situation where stalling is recommended. If you have a predator problem, you might want to stall. Just because, you don't want to come out and have the coyotes have gotten to your mini horse. Even though a mini horse is pretty good against coyotes. Just gonna, yeah, he almost fell asleep. You're a good boy. He's like, I'm not sleeping, Mom. So as much turnout as possible, all right? Keep your mini horse outside if you can. Give him the option of going inside. Shadowax can always go inside, and it's been raining heavily. You can probably see. It's pretty mucky, but he likes the muck. So as much turnout as possible for you, Mini. Put him in if you must. Okay, just give him the option of going indoors or outdoors. It is better if they have the choice. It's better for their physical and their mental health. Unless your vet's told you otherwise, because horses of all sizes are individuals, and you may have a case where you absolutely need to stall him. But if you can, leave him outside. It's better for their physical and mental health. That's about it for us here today at Andersen Acres. Remember, miniature horses are healthier and hardier for spending their time outside. We'll see you tomorrow.